Hi. So today let's discuss on something advanced, all right? Now we talk about AI. ChatGPT has revolutionized the way the tech industry, everything work. It helps in checking the code, helps marketers, it helps writing email, it helps a lot of things. Now, can we take it to the next notch? Well, it's already built in. It's just that I want to discuss how we can use it, right? Can we use it as a data analyst for ourselves, assistant for us to help? Maybe just cleaning up our data, just looking at where the errors in the data, visualizing the data, uh, or do any other things on that aspect. Well, it can do that in the plus version. It's called advanced data analysis. Now it's a beta plugin from ChatGPT. It's nothing new. It was called code interpreter before, and then they renamed it, and it's been there for a while. It's not something that just come up new, but I'm sure many people have not used it, or do not know how to use it, or are not just aware of it, right? So I thought let's make a quick video on the advanced data analysis, how you can use it, how you can benefit it. This is only for the people who want to use their own data sets and get some information on that, right? So rather than talking more, let's jump in and let's see what different things can we do with that and how you can use it to help you in your data analysis. So to the system. All right, so let's look at this ChatGPT 4 because it's under the paid version, and you select the plugin called Advanced Data Analysis. Now what's the default here is if you look at the default, I can upload a picture. Now, when I go into Advanced Data Analysis, that's where I can attach a file. Now, here I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a file. Now, what's the difference is if generally I'm searching the wide web, but now I am searching on my own data. So I wanted to analyze my data and help me as a data analyst. All right. Now for that, you definitely need your own file, your own data set. So I say, can you share details of the file? Or I guess the data set, whatever it is. So I'll quickly ask it to look at the data set and share the details. So it just quickly runs it, and it says that it's reading first few rows to get an idea, and it's going to break it down for me, right? Because this is a data it doesn't have, so it has to put in a sandbox, start reading the data, but it's still pretty quick to do that. So it says this is a data set from the annual enterprise survey, and it's giving me a brief summary of all the columns that it has. All right. All right. So now I could go ahead and say, okay, can you list number of rows and columns? I'm just starting small, then we just keep building on this and see how we do. Now, the very important part in any data analysis is how clean your data is, right? Are there any missing values, right? So now it's told me about only 10 columns, but they're about 41,000 rows, right? So let me say, is there any data missing? I'm asking you to check if there's any data missing in this file, so that we know we are working on a file which has correct data. So if there's no missing data in the file, all columns have complete data. That's perfect. All right. Now I've saved some code so that it helps us. So let's say we ask it, we're telling it to examine how the financial metrics of agriculture as an industry has changed over years. So now it's going to look at the data, it's going to filter the data, and based on that metrics of the agriculture, it's going to give us some kind of information which would be. So again, it uses the same file, puts into the sandbox, starts working on it, and starts to get some data. So now it's finished working on it, and it gives a table below which shows us an aggregation. All right. So now it finds there is an issue. It says there's an issue of formatting the value column. So it's cleaning up the value column to handling them. So it knows there's an issue, it finds out an issue, cleans the issues for you, then refines the information, restructures it, and then it says the value has been cleaned to better represent. So it's done that for you. This is asking me a question, do you want it to summarize over years? I said yes. So it's plotting the income, expenditure, profit. So first it cleaned the data, which I told you, right? I mean, you have to clean data to get the right data. So it's cleaned that. Then he said, do you want to continue? I said, yes. Now it's gone into and it's working back on that data to give us a visual representation of the question that we asked it. All right. So let's give it a couple of seconds to finish his working and load the data. Right, so now he's got a graph. He explains what the graph does. The graph about depicts the trends of the key financial metrics of industry based on total income, total expenditure, and everything. So now, to get this done, somebody it takes tons of hours, and you need people. Now this is able to do all this for you. Right now, your data sets, you know to ask better questions. I'm just asking very generic questions, and okay, now I'm going to ask it. Can you show me major industries and display them in a bar chart? That means I'm asking him to look at the major industries in the whole data set and let me know. So again, it has to filter it, sort it by industry, display in a bar chart. So he's again going into the analysis of that. It's going to again look at the file, read through it, and come up with the information that we need in a bar chart format. So you can get visualizations done with it. You can do a lot of things done with that. And if you don't know, you could just ask a question something like this. What all and we do with the data set. Right, so now you see he's got a bar chart and it tells you the retail is on the top and you get this information. Right, and then I can say what all can we do with this data set. So it's going to give you a list of things that you can use the advanced data analysis to do it. So now I start writing. So you can do trend analysis, you can do comparative analysis, you could do other many things which it lists down, profitability analysis. Now it's giving you information based on your data set. So what your data set is, it's going to give you a lot. Right, so I think you get an idea of where we want to go with this or what this is very useful for. It is a very handy tool if you have your own data set and you want to help it as being an assistant to you, to give you some information, clean your data, tell you where the mistakes are, where the values are missing, so you can quickly fix that. Because you see there 41,000 rows, it's not easy to do all that, right? But if this is the power of the LLMs, where it is using your data set, putting on a sandbox and giving you information which is useful. Now it's almost finished typing. You can look at many other things that it can do. It's still going on. It can say it can do anonymous deduction, data visualization, it can recommend things and all things like that. So hopefully this video helps you in telling you there's a tool like that, and you can go explore it and see how useful it is, and I'm sure it's going to save you tons of hours. All right, have a nice day. Bye bye.